Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to begin a new topic for grade 10th, that is triangles. And in this chapter, mainly we need to study about similarity of triangles and applications based on it. So first of all, let us begin the topic with two important terms, that is congruent figures and similar figures. Two or more geometrical figures having identical shape and size are known to be congruent figures, and it is denoted by the symbol this one. Similar figures, two or more geometrical figures having identical shape but not size are known to be similar figures. It is denoted by the symbol this. Means if two figures which have identical shape and size both will be called as congruent, and if it is only having identical shape, size is not equal, then we can say similar figures. So from this we conclude that any two congruent figures can be considered as similar figures, but the vice versa is not true. Means similar figures may be congruent, may not be congruent. It depends upon if the sizes are equal, means it will be congruent, and if the sizes are not equal, means that will be similar only. Let us move further with similarity of triangles and their properties. Means when we can say that two triangles are similar. So two triangles are said to be similar if their corresponding angles are equal and corresponding sides are proportional. 2 points are there. If any one will exist, we can say the two triangles are similar. What I want to say from these two statements is that suppose let us consider these two triangles ABC and DEF. These two will be similar. If suppose these are similar, then we can say that angle A will be equals to angle D, angle B will be equals to angle E, and C equals F. This I have written here. And corresponding sides proportional means AB by DE, BC by EF, CA by DF. The ratio of the corresponding three sides will be equal. So this is the, you can say, definition of similarity of triangles. Let us have some illustrations to know the meaning difference between similarity and congruency much better. Any two line segments are similar always, but they are congruent only if their length are equal. Means if you are saying two line segments, means shape are automatically equal because we are considering two line segments. So that will be similar always. When we can say that will be congruent if their length are equal. In the same manner, two circles are similar always, but they are congruent only if their radii are equal. If we are saying two circles, then shape is automatically equal. That means they are similar. When it will be congruent if their radius are equal. Similarly, we can say any two squares are similar always, but they are congruent if their sides are equal. So this is the meaning of similarity and congruency. Now moving ahead, let us discuss the first theorem of this chapter, that is called basic proportionality theorem, and this theorem is very important. Basic proportionality theorem is also called as Thales theorem. What is this? If a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle intersecting the other two sides, then it divides the two sides in the same ratio. What I want to say, that suppose we have a triangle ABC, and this triangle ABC, line DE is drawn parallel to BC. Now this line is intersecting side AB and AC at D and E2 points. Now this ratio of these two sides, that is AD by DB and AE by EC, will always be equal. This was our Thales theorem. Now how to prove it? Given is that a triangle ABC in which D is parallel to BC, as I said, intersecting the sides AB and AC in D and F respectively. We need to prove AD by DB is equals to AE by EC. Now we have done a small construction, that is joining this BE and CD and drawing DM perpendicular to AC and EN perpendicular to AB. As I have done the figure with pencil, construction with dotted line, you will all do the same thing. Now let us go for the proof. Now since EN is perpendicular to this line segment AB, means for triangle ADE and triangle DEB, this EN will work as the perpendicular. So we can write triangle area triangle ADE, that is half into base into height, will be equals to 1 by 2 into AD into EN. And area triangle DBE, that will be equals to half into DB into EN. Let us find the ratio of these two triangles. That we will get area triangle ADE by area triangle DBE, putting this values, half and half will get cancelled out, EN and EN will get cancelled out, so remaining will be AD by DB. Whatever I have done, taking EN as the height, the same thing we will do taking DM as the height now. So the same thing I have written similarly, DM perpendicular AC, which means DM is the perpendicular for this line segment AC. That is, area triangle ADE can be calculated by half into A into DM, and area triangle DEC will be half into EC into DM. Again, finding the ratio of this, we get area triangle ADE by area triangle DEC. On solving this, we can get AE by EC. Now, if you compare equation 1 and 2, in the numerator part, you can see area triangle ADE is at both places. Here it is DBE and here it is DEC. Now, if you concentrate on the figure, the DEB and DEC both are on the same base, that is DE, and within the same parallel lines. So their area will be same. So that is the point. But area triangle DBE and area triangle DEC are on the same base DE and between the same parallels. Therefore, area triangle DBE and area triangle DCE will be equal. Now, if we compare equation 1, 2 and 3, since numerator was equal and areas of the denominator we made it equal, so finally we can say the complete ratios are equal. That will let us AD by DB is equals to AE by EC. This is our Thales theorem. Now we can continue, we can deduce some more theorems from this, which will also be called as Thales theorem. What is that? Suppose I say, let us use this ratio now, AE by EC. AE by EC equals AD by DB we were having. Let us add 1 towards both sides. We will get AE plus EC by EC and AD plus DB by DB. Now AE plus EC, if you see the figure, that AE plus EC will give you AC. So that will be AC by EC, and similarly this side you will get AD by DB. One more ratio is possible. Again, let us use AE by EC equals AD by DB, what Thales theorem has given us. Take reciprocal of both sides. So that will be AE by EC will turn to EC by AE, and AD by DB will turn to DB by AD. Again, adding 1 to both sides, taking the LCM, we will reach that AC by AE equals AB by AD. So finally we can say that presently we are having 3 ratios, AE by EC equals AD by DB, AC by EC equals AB by DB, AC by EA equals AB by AD. We can use these 3 ratios, we can take a reciprocal of that, we can use any ratio related to Thales theorem. All will be used as Thales theorem. So what is Thales theorem? Once again I am repeating that if any line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, intersecting the other 2 sides in 2 distinct points, then the other 2 sides will be divided in the same ratio. For that, we can use AD by DB equals AE by EC, AD by AB equals AE by AC, AB by AD equals AC by AE, means any ratio can be used correspondingly, means whatever we are taking from this side, corresponding the same thing we will take from this side. The ratio will every time will be equal. So based on this Thales theorem, revise this video once or twice, because this is very important theorem for you all. And based on this, solve some problems. We will meet in the next video. Till then, thank you.